Well, good morning. We're in front of one of my favorite coffee shops. This is Crema Coffee in San Jose, just off the Alameda. I got my top case filled with all my good camera equipment and some friends coming down to meet me. Today, we're taking a ride up and over Mount Hamilton into Livermore. Motorcycles and Coffee, episode 3, starts right now. Well, hey, my name is Steve, and inspired by BuzzFeed's coffee shops that you need to visit before you die, I'm combining my two passions, motorcycles and coffee. And so with the help of a few friends, I'm on a journey around the Bay Area in search of great rides and great coffee. So join us, because this is Motorcycles and Coffee, episode 3. The coffee here is fantastic and the people are awesome. They also have a gelato bar and some pretty tasty pastry stuff. And there, as you can see right behind me, there's plenty of seating, and it goes all the way back here. Behind me, they actually roast their own coffee here, so it smells awesome while they're roasting it. It's very interesting, very strong smell. But everything else here at Crema Coffee is pretty awesome. They are famous for their red velvet latte, as well as their Vietnamese coffee. They also have some gelato and lots of other things here. But one of my favorite things is, one, there's plenty of parking, and two, there's usually great seating if it's not finals time over at San Jose State. Well, everyone likes their cappuccino a certain way, and I like mine with a little bit of cocoa powder and vanilla. I know it's not a purist way of drinking, but I also like a little bit of Splenda. You know, one of the things that people ask me is, can I still drink coffee without a stomach? And the answer is absolutely yes. I can still drink coffee without a stomach. In fact, it kind of helps a little bit. The warmth of the coffee kind of helps loosen up my esophagus, and so it feels pretty good. My doctor, my nutrition told me that I probably shouldn't drink that much more coffee, but to be honest, life is pretty short and coffee is pretty good, so I'm just gonna keep drinking coffee. So this is Crema Coffee. Everyone needs a little bit of a boost before you go on a long ride, and it's pretty delicious. This is Devon.
Alright, I'm on a Yamaha FC1, and we're going to be going up and over Mount Hamilton, past the observatory, down the backside to the junction, and then turning east and heading out to Patterson in Central Valley, and then heading north on I-5, taking a left and heading back west back way into Livermore.
So we are all caffeined up and we are getting ready to go on our ride, and so we'll see you up at the top of Mount Hamilton, which you can't really see from here, but it's just past the San Jose skyline. We'll see you at the top. My favorite part about riding up Mount Hamilton is, as you start to put San Jose in your rearview mirror, you get these incredible sweeping images of the South Bay. On a really clear day, you can see into San Francisco, but today is a little bit hazy. Now you kind of have to watch out for some cyclists on this road, because it is part of the Engine Tour of California. My hats go off to the men and women who want to ride from the bottom all the way up to the Lick Observatory, because it is quite a beast of a climb. One of the fun things that you see on the ground is kilometer markers that will tell the pro riders how far they are away from the top of the Lick Observatory. And so it's a lot of fun to ride on these roads, which have just been repaved. There is some gravel and rubble in some parts from the rains that have kind of washed down those little bits and pieces onto the roads. So you have to watch out, but besides that, it is some incredible riding all the way up to the top. The backside of this mountain is even better. Okay, we made it to the top of Mount Hamilton, so we're actually at the Lick Observatory. They actually repaved the last section of the road, which makes it really nice, but there is a bunch of gravel and stuff like that. But how's the ride for you?
It's great. I mean, no one's here, so no one to get in the way and no one to worry about dodging around.
Yeah, so. Exactly. You can kind of see if a little bit of haze, but you can almost see San Francisco out there. But where are we headed to for the last half of our ride here?
We're going to be going east down the backside here and heading out through some canyons to Patterson, California, kind of out on I-5.
Yep, and then we're going to plan on a little lunch stop in Livermore. I'm not sure where we're going to eat yet, but it's part of the adventure. So this is the top of the Bay Area, I think, almost the tallest point. So
yep.
We'll see you guys down in Patterson.
Gonna burn to the sun. I'll be back to stacked and I'll run for the hills, gotta find some time. Keep your pills, gotta lose my mind. Find my heart now where the sun shines. Climb and climb, looking for some sign. Don't leave me cause I'll be left behind. Just want someone to walk the line next to me cause all alone. You're a king without a stone. Don't you know it's time to come home?
Well, okay, we are back from our ride, and unfortunately all of our camera equipment, all the GoPros and stuff ran out of batteries on the backside of Mount Hamilton, which I've never done before, and it was some awesome riding. I actually enjoyed going down the backside of Hamilton better than like coming up the front side of Hamilton. But you know, the roads heading down into Mount Hamilton were pretty awesome. To be honest, I wasn't really looking forward to this ride because when I had done this before, the roads were really rough and some of it was a lot of gravel, really kind of sketchy, and I was doing it all on my R6, and so with the tight turns and everything and all the weight on my back and on my shoulders, I was just not having a good time. And so doing it on the Ducati Monster, however, with the touring seat and the bars and everything this time was so much more pleasant. They had repaved some of the roads, so the roads are really smooth. There was some gravel and things like that on the ground, which made for a little bit of sketchy riding for a little bit, and there happened to be just a few cyclists this time, but not as many as I remember in the past, and so the roads were just pretty clear, and when we got to the top it was basically just Devon and I. When we were coming down the backside of Mount Hamilton, we made a stop at Junction, which is a very, I guess, famous cafe for bikers, and so we saw a lot of Harleys and stuff like that pulling up into the junction. And unfortunately, I couldn't record any of it because we didn't have any battery, but we took a right and we went down this road that ended up becoming something like my favorite riding that I've ever seen before. I kind of felt like I wasn't even really in the Bay Area, or wasn't really even California anymore, because it was just open, twisty roads the entire way into Patterson. If you're curious about what our route was, I'm going to post it on our Medium site, which is medium.com/@motos&coffee, and so you can look at that on our blog, and you'll be able to see the route that we took from Highway 130 down to I-5 the whole way, and recording Coral Hollow Road, which I highly recommend that you do if you ever get a chance. So we'll post all that information online. Special thanks to my friend Devon, and I hope that you guys enjoyed Motorcycles and Coffee episode 3, and we will see you next time.